Okay, so picture this. February 2026. The eyes of the entire maritime world are going to be glued to one single port city in India. Why? Because it's hosting one of the biggest naval gatherings on the planet. And let me tell you, this is way more than just a parade of cool ships. It's a massive power play for influence, and it really signals a major shift in who's calling the shots on the world's oceans.
I mean, this scale here is it's mind-blowing. We are talking about more than 100 naval assets. You've got everything from stealthy frigates and super quiet submarines to the latest and greatest aircraft all coming together in one spot. It's literally a floating city of global military might.
And that, right there, is the big question we're tackling in this explainer. Why India? Of all places, why is India the one hosting this totally unprecedented event? What's the end game here? What is it trying to do by bringing all these different and, yes, sometimes rival navies together? So to figure that out, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at what this Grand Summit actually is. Then we'll get into this really cool idea called naval diplomacy. That's the why. After that, we'll see the exact tools India is using to build these partnerships, check out the city at the heart of it all, and finally, we'll see why this whole thing is one of the biggest diplomatic tests of the decade. All right, let's dive right in. What makes this event so special, so unique, is that it's not just one thing. It's actually three huge events rolled into one. It's a true trifecta of maritime power. For the very first time, India is taking three of its biggest naval events and smashing them together into one epic mega summit. So you've got the incredible ceremony of the International Fleet Review, then you have the really complex hands-on drills of Exercise Milan, and on top of that, the super high-level strategy meetings of the Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. Putting them all together in February 2026? Yeah, that's what makes this a truly historic moment. Okay, so that's the what. But now we get to the why. And to really get what this summit is all about, you have to understand that the mission of a modern navy has totally changed. It goes way, way beyond just fighting wars. And the key idea here is something called naval diplomacy. It's basically the art of using warships as tools of foreign policy, not just as weapons. It's all about building relationships, creating trust, and projecting your country's influence without ever having to fire a shot.
You know, there's a really great way to think about this. A political scientist named Ken Booth broke it down into three core jobs for any modern navy. First, you have the classic military role, fighting and deterring enemies. But just as important are the diplomatic role, working with partners, and the policing role, keeping the seas safe and orderly. This whole summit, it's all about jobs number 2 and 3.
And this quote right here, this is the whole ballgame. It perfectly nails India's ambition. It's not just about defending its own coastline anymore. The goal is to become